Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel, and I'm sure you can see by the title today, Brighton match preview, travelling out to Brighton the weekend in our fourth game of this Premier League season coming up on Saturday with a very special guest. I'm sure as you can tell by the title by now, preview with Brighton vlogger, 90-minute vlogger like myself, ItsFusion. If you haven't heard of him before, then where the hell have you been? Probably living under a rock, probably one of the most up and coming vloggers in the whole YouTube community at the moment. He's done really well, very close to hitting 10,000 subscribers. So if you're going to go over there, please do subscribe, help him get to 10k. That would be very good if you could go over there from me as well and help out. Link will be in the description to his channel if you've not come across it already. So now all the plugs are out of the way, we can move forward into the main bit of this preview. Focusing on Brighton away. Good result last week against Burnley on Sunday. Positive result, 4-2 win at home. Slight concern defensively, as I've harped on about many a time now in my vlog, in another preview on 90-minute football as well. If you haven't watched that, go and watch that over 90-minute football as well. I'm in a weekly preview show on there as well. Busy times for me on the channel at the moment. Vlogs, previews, more previews. So plenty going on ahead of this new season, trying to churn out more content at a higher rate to try and engage with more supporters. So looking ahead to Brighton, as I said, going back to the 4-2 win on Sunday, very good performance. I like the way the new front three worked in Schürrle, Mitrovic and Vietto. Thought they worked in tandem quite nicely, gave Burnley plenty of problems as well, especially Burnley towards parts of that first half when it went to 1-1. We seemed to turn it up to another level, got another 2 goals, made it 3-1, and Burnley just looked absolutely mesmerised to me. They looked completely shocked as to how to deal with our front three. I mean, the balls into Mitrovic, it sticks to him up front, it really does. He's a fantastic target man, one of the best in holding the ball up in this league in my opinion, and there's some very good forwards in this league, but I don't think not many do it better than he does, I don't think. In terms of holding the ball up, he's a good target man, and he's basically what we've been crying out for a long time prior to his arrival. So looking at the team lineups, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but I've wrote out two team predictions here, one for Brighton and one for Fulham, of course. As you can see here, not up to date graphically. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but yeah, YouTube revenue not great at the moment, so you can't go wrong with the old paper and pad. It's more than effective for me. And as you can see, team predictions are here. I'll read them out to you in case you haven't seen them by there. So we can start off with obviously the home team, Brighton. Matty Ryan in between the sticks. It's a 4-5-1 formation I've gone with. The same formation they played in their narrow 1-0 defeat at Anfield. So I said Matt Ryan in goal, Martin Montoya right back, who we did try and sign actually in the summer transfer window, but we turned our attentions to Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Quite happy with that. I think Fosu-Mensah's a better right back. I've not seen Martin Montoya play for. I've not seen much of him in terms of the way he's played before. I've only seen one game for him against Liverpool and BT Sport. So Shane Duffy joins him at centre-back. Leo Balogun comes in for the injured Lewis Dunk, who got injured against Manchester United for Brighton in their first home game. And also Gaetan Bong at left-back. A flat midfield 5 I've gone with here. Anthony Knockaert, Proper, Dale Stevens, Basuma and Solly March, with Glenn Murray on his own leading the line in that 4-5-1. So looking at that, I could see them probably altering that, maybe going 2 up top with Jurgen Locadia, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, on the bench. They could even go with that, in my opinion, I'm not too sure. But looking at the way we're going to line up, I've gone with a 4-3-3, kept most of the team the same, apart from one player who I'll go on to explain about, who's come out due to an injury. I'm sure you all know it is by now, but Marcus Bettinelli in goal, had an okay game on Sunday. Because we won a game, I don't see Slavici Kanovic wanting to change that. Timothy Fosu-Mensah at right back, outstanding last week. Same again would be fantastic. Very good up and down that right hand side. Physical presence, good athlete, quick paced, very good right back. Then there's Sadoy at centre half, partnering Max LaMarche. Both partnered each other quite well, considering they've never played with each other before. It was their first actual game together against a big physical striker like Chris Wood, and also later on that second half, the likes of Sam Vokes, Ashley Barnes coming on, who are both physical presences in the box as well, and lots of balls are going into the box as well. Dad Steele with Aaron Lennon down the right hand side, getting crosses to the byline, and it was a very tough test, but both stood tall and passed it quite comprehensively. And also Joey Bryan at left back, been fantastic for me. Really pleased we got him in on deadline day. He's been nothing but outstanding in my opinion so far. Wonderful left back, loves to get forward and just suits our style of play down to an absolute T. A midfield 3 of Jean-Michel Seri, fantastic strike last week, won the goal last week, fantastic performances since coming to Fulham. If he keeps continuing like that, I do not see him being with us for a long period of time at all. Kevin McDonald in the middle of a midfield 3, did well last week, provided that good barrier in front of the back 4, especially without the ball. He'd sit in the midfield 3, but with the ball, he'd just drop back a bit, allowing Seri and Kenny to push forward to support the attack in 3. Does that very well, in my opinion. Reads the lines, reads in between the lines very well of a game. Solid barrier in front of that back 4. And In the midfield three, I've gone with Stefan Johansson to join them, just for the fact Tom Kenny is injured at the moment and I don't see him playing for us on Saturday. He's come out and withdrawn from the Scotland squad for their next round of international games due to his ankle problem he had that he suffered against Burnley on Sunday. So I've gone with Stefan Johansson, the most similar player to a like-for-like change. A little bit different to what Tom Kenny offers. Johansson's a bit more of an engine and a bit more of an aggressive player, but in that terms, like attacking midfield, we're a bit short for options there. So I think that's going to be the most notable change. And also our front three will be kept the same. Schürrle on the right, Vieto on the left, and Alexander Mitrovic going through in the middle. So looking at Brighton's last three, they've played 3 league games this season, 2 defeats and a win. Watford away at Vicarage Road, the first game, 2-0 defeat down there. Followed by Manchester United, a big 3-2 winner in front of the Sky cameras at home. Good result for them there. Followed by a trip to Anfield last weekend, 1-0 defeat narrowly. Unlucky in my opinion not to pick up a point there. They had quite a few chances in that second half to get something, but it's positive signs, and at the moment they currently occupy 12th position in the Premier League. So going into our last three, Fulham's last three, mixed bag, similar to Brighton, 2 defeats and a win. Starting with Crystal Palace, lost 2-0 at home, stemming off opening game of the season. Went to Wembley, lost 3-1 to Spurs there as well. Things were looking a little bit meh, but we corrected all that with a positive result, 4-2 winners over Brighton Hove Albion. Over Burnley, sorry, my apologies there, 4-2 winners over Burnley. And league position at the moment is currently occupying 11th. So looking at this preview, we're going to move into the next bit now. Josh from ItsFusion is going to provide us with the Brighton side of things, the lowdown in the camp, hopefully his prediction, his team news. If you want to go over there, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you're new from his channel as well, subscribe to his channel if you come over from me as well, be fantastic. So yeah, over to you mate, with the Brighton news.
How's it going everyone, Josh here, aka ItsFusion HD, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Brighton side and a match preview of Luca's channel. And personally, I feel like this is a massive 6-pointer up for grabs for the 2 clubs here. And with the money you've spent, it's going to be a massive gain for both of the clubs. We've both spent a lot of money and a lot of improvements to improve the squad for this upcoming Premier League season. I've got some questions I've got to answer kindly from Luca, and I'm getting ready to answer these questions for you guys. Just to plug my channel a bit, I'm close to 10,000 subscribers, so hopefully Luca can plug my channel and link in the description. Hopefully you guys can go over, check out my Brighton side and my matchday vlog and my 90-minute vlog and all about it, etc. like that. So let's get into questions. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. So first question, how do you see the game going on Saturday? And for me personally, our home record was one of the best in the league last season, and that's something which kept us up. Our away record, however, was the worst in the Premier League. Worse than West Brom, worse than Swansea, worse than Stoke. So getting the 3 points against you lot is absolutely vital for us. By no means does it mean it's going to be an easy game, because it generally isn't. I've always rated Fulham as a club, and I've always rated their football, and this is going to be a very, very hard test. But however, for Brighton, we're on the back of some amazing performances. It all started from Watford away, where it was absolutely shocking. The performance there was absolutely shocking, but going to the Man U performance, we outclassed them, we outplayed them. Every department on that pitch, we outplayed them, and Glenn Murray was running rings around people. Now, the media was saying that Man United were absolutely appalling that day, and I've got to disagree. I've got to say that Brighton were actually on fire, and if we play like that every single game, home and away, I think we could get to Europe. That's not me exaggerating, that was how good our performance was, and I'm not even being deluded in that fact. That performance actually carried over to Anfield on the Saturday, and it was a fantastic performance. All it was lacking was that goal. To go to Anfield and only lose 1-0 is so good, and for our standard of away games from last year, this one was fantastic. And last year, our away games, awful. Every single one last year, pretty much awful. So to see the performance from Man U carry on to Liverpool and hopefully carry on to Fulham, it's done some good signs for the game on Saturday. Now the next question is, which Brighton players should Fulham look out for? And it all depends on the team lineup Chris Hughton likes to put out. If Basuma starts, he's definitely one in the midfield you've got to look out for, because his runs against Liverpool on the Saturday was fantastic, and he was the person who was driving us forward, creating the chances, and we just lacked that goal. Glenn Murray's been on fire recently. He may have only just scored the one against Man United, but against Liverpool, I thought he was fantastic as well, that player as well. And defensively, that Montoya we signed from Valencia, the experience from the Champions League he's had with Barcelona is definitely shown on the pitch, where he's been playing fantastic, and is probably one of the man of matches from the Man United game. And Liverpool, I feel like he was a bit off the boil, but he's still very, very class. If Locadia starts ahead of Glenn Murray, or if Jahanbakhsh starts ahead of like Solly March or something like that, it's definitely a player you should be looking out for, because both of these players are the top 2 players we signed like last season, obviously in the summer before. So this is going to be an absolutely crucial game for us boys, but they're definitely the players you should be looking out for. What are your hopes for this season? And for us, it's just maintaining that Premier League status of staying up in the division. If we put in performance like the previous 2 games, I feel like we can challenge for the mid-table 10th, 11th. I honestly think we could do that. But the only thing which is lacking is the goals. If we get the goals away from home, if we pick up the points away from home and rely on our home form as well, I feel like we can do a lot of damage this year. Next question is, are you pleased with your summer signings, and what do you make of Fulham spending 100 million this summer? You guys spending 100 million really did came out out of the I don't know what to say. It was surprising for me, to be honest, even saying that. You had a class squad already, and improving what you did have is absolutely class. And signing Mitrovic for, I think, £26 million or something like that is class, and that's already shown with about 3 goals, I think it is. You obviously saw that Seri, I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong, but that strike the other day was absolutely phenomenal. And if he does that against Brighton, I'll be on my feet standing and clapping that one, because that strike was fantastic, and hopefully we can close him down. And let's not make that happen on the day, lads. Come on, Brighton. And you've made some other class signings, which has definitely improved your squad. You just need the time to adapt them players into the squad, starting 11, and I really do think you're going to be staying up this year. Now, what do I make of our summer signings? And honestly, I'm pretty as ecstatic as you guys, because no, we have not spent 100 million, but Brighton and Hove Albion spending £60 million is beyond me. We signed Jahanbakhsh, Bernardo, we signed Basuma, we signed a load of other players to just improve the squad a little bit more. Montoya, obviously, we got Balogun, a lot of free players, and then we got a lot of players who are expensive and obviously improved the quality of our squad. The depth in our squad is fantastic, and even against Liverpool, it wasn't our first strength team. Like let me just read out the substitute from Liverpool. Liverpool on the bench, we had Jahanbakhsh, we had Locadia, we had Pascal Gross, our player of the season last year. Lewis Dunk wasn't even playing against Liverpool, and a load of other players in the squad which are absolutely lethal ahead of this game. So to answer that question, I'm so pleased with the summer signings, and you know what, you guys should be ecstatic with your signings in the summer. What do you think of the Fulham team, and how do you think Fulham will do this season? I reckon Fulham will finish around the 12th, 11th position this season. Obviously, you started off with 2 losses, and then obviously you got the win on a Sunday, I believe it was, against Burnley 4-2. Things are starting to click for your team, which is looking very, very good for you lot, and I hope Fulham do well, because I really do respect your club, I respect your fans, and I hope for a good game Saturday, lads. Now, my score prediction for this game is going to be a 2-1 Brighton. I'm going to be saying a 2-1 Brighton because we're on the back of 2 amazing, phenomenal performances, probably 2 of the best Premier League performances ever in the Brighton's history. And if we can play like we did against Liverpool, Man United, then you're definitely, guys, you're in trouble. But then I realised that we're in trouble with all the signings. Seri, you've got all of them kind of players. Mitrovic is a lot to handle up front. So by all means, it's not going to be an easy game, but it's going to be very compact in the middle of the pitch with the midfielders you do have as well as us. But it should be a good game, but with our home record, I feel like we'll edge it this time round. I won't be surprised if it is a draw, because the 2 teams are going at it. But that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Brighton side of the preview. Drop a like on this video. Go subscribe to Lucas' channel. That mean a lot. Go subscribe to my channel whilst you're at it. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. Good luck for Saturday. I respect all you guys and your club a lot. So respect to you guys. I'll see you guys later. In a bit, lads. Just
quickly, guys, before we wrap up this video, just a quick note to all my subscribers out there. If you do like these type of videos with other YouTubers, other vloggers from other teams, previewing the fixtures and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear the feedback, what people like to think about this, whether they'd like to see it again in future videos against new teams coming up in the Premier League this season, and also in terms of other collaborations. Who else would you like to see me try and collab with? It's hard to at the moment, trying to collab with people at the moment. Also, I'm not quite well known just yet, but we're getting there. Good start to do this one. We're building things up at the moment, but yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these. It's something, a new idea I'm trying to bring to the channel. There's a couple more ideas I've got in the pipeline that I might try and roll out across the season, in terms of maybe trying to get more fans' opinions on the games, trying to get fans to send in clips to use a fan video review after games, where we get about 4 or 5 Fulham fans send in their clips of their opinions after the game, what they thought of it. Try and roll it into a video. Could be rolling that out across the season as well. If you want to see that, please let me know. That's another thing I'm going to add. Might be dabbling into the old podcast maybe as well. I'm not too sure yet. Been similar to this, I'm just talking to the camera like this under the term podcast. I'm not too sure yet. Just to see how it all goes, really. We're doing very well at the moment. The video's getting a lot of good reviews, a lot of good feedback, lots of people liking the content, which is fantastic for me at the moment. It's a real pleasure to see people enjoying what I'm doing at the moment. Trying my best this season. I'm trying to up the levels a bit to another echelon in terms of trying to produce quality content, and by the looks of it, it's starting well. So start about how I mean to go on, and we're going to progress hopefully to where we want to get to, which is obviously the big 1,000. Not far off that as well. So if you want to see more of me doing these type of things, comment below, hit that thumbs up as well, as I said before we passed over to the ItsFusion. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new as well. See you all on the next video.